So, actually, no, it's not. We still need one more shrine to complete this region. But before we do, we're going to pay our respects. So, the whole thing about Satori, in ancient unknown times, a sage was dying, and in their final breath, they laid underneath a lone tree before turning into the very first Satori. Each of the bubble frogs, each of the bubble, rabbits, each of the Satoris, they're all linked to each other, like through an evolutionary process, and they involve, a lot. But the whole time when Breath of the Wild came out, we found out about Satori and about the tree and all that. We thought it was Satori Mountain. It wasn't. Underneath Satori Mountain is this location, Loopy Burrow. And there is one singular cherry blossom tree in the entire depths. This singular cherry blossom tree is the only one in the entire fucking depths. And you can find a ton of bloopies here in these burrows. But within the roots of this single cherry tree, in the depths, fuck you. You kind of just ruined that. Fuck you, buddy. There you go. So here, in this location, there's that singular cherry blossom right there, right? There is one singular Poe. That one singular Poe is Satori. That is the tree that the ancient sage Satori died under. So when it comes to the soul of this ancient unknown sage of Satori, he's right there. In the roots of that tree. The thing that's so fucking meaningful about that is that singular Poe being Satori is supposed to be Satoru Iwata, the former Nintendo president. And knowing that Satori is quite literally supposed to be that respect to Mr. Iwata, that one Poe soul in the roots, that is the tree, that is Satori, that is Satoru Iwata's soul. I will never collect that Poe. Ever. Ever. I won't. I just won't. It doesn't feel right to grab it. It really doesn't. Because if that Poe is supposed to be quite literally in-game Satori's soul, the first Satori, and Satoru Iwata, I will never collect that. I'll collect the ones that are like around here, here, and back there, but I will never collect that one right there. Ever. That one always stays there. All the time. Every time. But there you go. That's what that is. If you thought they placed that Poe there with the intention that players carry a bit of him with them, well, that's the thing. So, with Poes in Tears of the Kingdom, Rotus, there's these things called the Bargainer statues. There's like 6 or 7 of them in the entire game that you gotta find. One is on the surface, the rest are in the depths, underneath very important goddess statues. You use the Poes as a currency, kind of, and you exchange Poes with the Bargainers. So then you can get stuff like the Breath of the Wild Champion's Tunic, aka the Tunic of Memories. You can get, like, if you sold any of your Breath of the Wild DLC / Amiibo armor or weapons or stuff, you can rebuy it from using the pose system. But that's the thing. You have to permanently give up the pose to the bargainers. I don't know if pose respawn, to be honest. They could, and I never noticed, but when you collect a PO, they get kind of funneled into a total like that, like any other kind of total, and then you don't know where it went because you don't know which one it is anymore. So that's why when it comes to that one specific PO in the roots of Balupi Burrow, when it comes to Satoru Iwata, I don't collect it because I know which one it is. I don't want to funnel it in with all the other POs. I don't want to accidentally, trade Mr. Iwata's soul for some kind of weapon or something, or a piece of armor or something. I could, but I personally don't want to. I don't know. Yeah. I think it was that second run we did during the timeline run in 2024 that I realized, oh my god, this is the cherry tree that Satori died under. And if Satoru Iwata is Satori, then that means that is the soul of Satoru Iwata. I will never collect that one. Because I don't think I ever made that connection in 2023 when we played on launch. I think I realized that during the timeline run.